Since Trump's return to the White House, NIH has ended some 2,100 grants worth more than $12 billion. More than 300 current NIH workers signed a letter with employees from all 27 NIH institutes and centers expressing support for the document. More than 90 of them did so publicly, using their names. They focused on 5 immediate issues, not speculating on future damage, but focusing on harms already underway.
I've talked to researchers across the country and at the NIH, and right now, cancer patients are not receiving novel cancer treatments and are being cut off when their only other option is hospice care.
The letter further denounces the director for failing to use congressionally appropriated funds for critical NIH research.
What we see on the ground is not thoughtful review of research. It is keywords and phrases that this administration doesn't like that is causing studies to be terminated.
Yeah. Last weekend, I had a chance to talk to Rui Carlos Sá, one of the public signatories, and I found both the aim of the public letter as well as his personal decision to go public.
America has built an entire biomedical ecosystem on this partnership with universities, for example, and now the Trump administration is using that as a weapon.
I really love this comment that Rui made.
96 to 99% of all drugs developed and authorized in the US at some point went through NIH funding. So think of that. That's the role of government. We're going where others don't go. We put money where the risk is too high.
One of the challenges under this administration and in any crisis of authoritarian overreach really is figuring out when to work discreetly and quietly and when to take a public stand.
It's an individual choice because your every action you take today has a higher risk than it had a year ago, and every chance. What I did is certainly not possible for some of my colleagues, and that's also why I do it.
He emphasized to listeners,
don't hammer yourself for when you're unable to do something. There are people who shouldn't be out in the street and shouldn't be out demonstrating because they are targets, because they are at risk in the current environment.
The risk assessment has to be a lot more detailed depending on your circumstances. Yet where possible, he encouraged people to speak up.
We still can demonstrate, we can still show numbers, we can still call our Congress people, our senators, and do something. One of our problems at NIH is that the impact of cutting NIH today won't be felt tomorrow. It will be felt in 5 years, it will be felt in 20 years, and it can be really catastrophic in 20.
Noting that showing up in your community allows you to support those who are suffering from the consequences of the crises unleashed on the country, Rui also pointed out that by acting close to home, you're allowing others to see your point of view and your different perspective about what's going on.
Maybe you'll change a couple of minds.